time travel does not exist, but it will in the future. And you know as soon as it does, I'm going to try and win the lottery. Today on the Beard Movie Guy looks at Looper. It's a sci-fi movie. It's a time travel movie. It's an awesome movie. Let's look at it. Brought to you by the Beard Movie Guy. Hi, I'm the Beard Movie Guy, and today I'm talking about Looper. Looper is a 2012 movie directed by Rian Johnson, starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Bruce Willis, Emily Blunt, Paul Dano, and Jeff Daniels. Let's look at what it's about. Time travel hasn't been invented, but it will be. And when it is, they're going to take people from the future, send them back into the past, have people here kill them. That erases them from the future. People who do that are called loopers. The main character, Joe, played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt in the present, which is our future, is a looper. He basically kills people from the future, gets rid of their bodies, and that's his job. Now, what happens when they want to finish your contract? They catch you 30 years in the future, send you back, you kill yourself, and you get a golden ticket payday with extra money, and you're released from your contract, and you go live your life for 30 years. Joe runs into the problem because when his self shows up in front of him, he hesitates. Usually they have a bag on their head, but this time he didn't. So he's confused, and all of a sudden, his future self got the drop on him, and this is not good. Now everyone's looking for both of them, and they're both basically dead. Or will be if either one gets caught. If you kill the one in the past, it kills the one in the future that's now in the present, which is our future. Listen, I'm not going to talk too much about the time travel, because if we do, we're going to end up here making diagrams with straws all day. So we're not going to do that, okay? Joe from the future, the reason he had no hood on is because he got away, and he wants to be in the past because he wants to fix something. There's a guy in the future that he thinks if you can kill in the past, it's going to fix everything and he will have no problems. He thinks it's one of 3 kids, one of which is Emily Blunt's son. Not actually Emily Blunt's son, her name's Sarah in the film. That's the luckiest kid ever. Emily Blunt. Oh. Anyways, young Joe ends up with the kid and the mom and tries to protect them. And there's this whole big thing, and I'm not going to go anymore because I'm just going to... Let's talk about the acting. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is spectacular. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is spectacular. It's a new word I just made up. It's for time travel being spectacular, but it's, yeah, spectacular. It's like time travel, so I'm just going to use it. Tough luck. He's spectacular. He does a great imitation of Bruce Willis, but it doesn't look like he's doing a parody of Bruce Willis. He got his mannerisms down, and the way he talks and says certain things, he totally nailed that. And Bruce Willis even says that to him in the special features, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt was like, yes! And we didn't do that to him. He was inside, but he was like, thanks, man. And inside, he's like, yeah! That's my impression of Joseph Gordon-Levitt being excited. He's great in this. The makeup works as much as it possibly can. You totally don't see him as Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He looks as much like Bruce Willis could possibly look. Or as Joseph Gordon-Levitt could look like Bruce Willis could look. It's Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis does a great job in this. Bruce Willis has been phoning it in the last couple of years, but this was a great performance. He looks tired and just really defeated, but at the same time, he thinks, I'm going to save my wife in the future by killing someone now in the present. And it's just, he's on a mission. Young Joe's on a mission to kill him because then he might get his life back. And then you got Emily Blunt and the son. Now, most of the time, a child actor will ruin a movie. It's just truth. There's very few that are good. Yet in Looper, there's this kid, and it's like his first time really acting, and his name's Pierce Gannon. And this kid is phenomenal. And he's creepy. He's legitly creepy. There's a scene with math problems, and if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking. Sarah's a much better parent than me, because, man, I'd just be like, 32, you are right, little kid. You don't scream. Please, don't. He's just phenomenal. He actually thought the movie was about him. He was like, what do you mean it's about Joseph Gordon-Levitt? It's about me. And Emily Blunt and him have this really good connection. You can totally see that they bonded off camera. And around at the cast, you got Paul Dano doing a great small part, and same with Jeff Daniels. This is really a unique film. It's really smartly written. It's really incredibly directed. Rian Johnson is an amazing talent. I've seen all of his movies pretty much, and they're all different from each other and very interesting. He is definitely a director you got to watch out for in the next couple of years. The music in this was done by his cousin. Here's the really cool thing. He went around where they were filming and recorded sounds. So he just recorded tons of sounds. So he'd rub metal on stuff and he'd hit things, and he'd go up to the, you know that thing on your door, that ding thing? He'd record that, right? He'd take all these sounds, hundreds of sounds, and then they made an orchestra out of them. So 95% of the music score of Looper is not actual instruments. It's sounds made up by just things that he recorded. And then he played with the volume levels and played with the bass and the treble and the tone and all that kind of stuff. And it sounds awesome. Now, there is some actual instrumentation in the film. It's like he played with a small orchestra, but they make up probably 5 to 7% of the actual score. All the rest is literal, just made up sounds that he found. He like rubbed a piece of metal on a box and recorded it. I think he got a cow at one point. It's just brilliant and it sounds amazing. It's a score you're never going to hear anywhere else. All in all, Looper is a film that is just fantastic on every level. The acting works, the directing works, the music works. The script totally pays off. And I have to give it 5 beards out of 5. I love Looper. It's one of the best science fiction films made in the last decade. And you should check it out if you haven't seen it. So, let me know. Have you seen it? Are you going to see it? And what would you do if you could time travel just to one thing? I don't know. Again, I'd probably get lottery numbers just to make my life easier. I still do YouTube videos though. I like doing YouTube videos. Thanks for watching, subscribe, share this with your friends, and until next time, stay bearded, everyone. You've been watching the Better Movie Guy. Just talking about Looper. This is an awesome movie. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and tell your friends. And as always, you talk safely.